What's going on, Zebrasexuals? I figured I would bring you a battle. This is going to be an OU match against Virus E. I got it off of the Pokemon Wi-Fi Zat or whatever. I asked him if he had a YouTube channel. He didn't really say anything. This is just pretty much a grab stuff match. It's like black-white standard or whatever, but we just grabbed a bunch of stuff. I grabbed like Milotic and shit that I haven't used in a while. So let's go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna lead off with Mew. He's gonna lead off with Slacking. I'm like, okay, well, I'm a choice Scarf Mew. I have you know, I figured he's gonna be Scarf, so I might as well just go for the Will-O-Wisp, and thank God I don't hit and actually get the burn on the Slacking. But Giga Impact is still gonna do a fuck ton of damage just because, you know, Slacking is kind of a powerhouse. So does like way over half when he's burned, so that's kind of retarded, but you know, whatever. He might be banded, he might be scarfed. I don't know yet, but I never did figure out what item he had. I know he was choiced, but I know he's got to recharge, so I figured I could bring in Scizor, and I figured right now instead of just going for an SD, I just figured just go for Superpower. I hit whatever is on his team really fucking hard and just be done with it. So I hit the Darmanitan on the way in, and he lives on like 2 HP. I don't know. He lives on like a smidgen. Yeah, exactly. So Wancho not quite cutting it there with the Life Orb. I think I'm like adamant and I'm like max speed, max attack or something or whatever, or max attack and maxed out speed. But whatever. I go for the Bullet Punch trying to finish off the Darmanitan, but he brings in Ferrothorn, and he's going to go ahead and get the Iron Barbs damage on me. So I don't really know what I could have brought in. I don't know what possessed me really to bring in Dragonite. What I should have probably done was brought in Magnezone, because you know the magnet pull, but for some reason I bring in Dragonite because I was like, oh, I'll probably bring him in before Stealth Rocks, but I was like, I don't really care about Rocks, but it's like whatever. But my Dragonite gets paralyzed because, you know, this Ferrothorn has Thunder Waves, and it's gotta, you know, it's gonna do that. But I'm gonna switch out into Magnezone this time as he goes for the Stealth Rock, get the Magnet pull off, which would have been way better to do earlier before, but you know, shit happens. So I'm gonna go for the Hidden Power here. Hidden Power is not gonna take it out because, you know, timid Magnezone and, you know, bulky Ferrothorn, even though 4 times effective on stabbing power, you know, that just doesn't happen. So he gets 1 layer of spikes up before he's going to die, so that's not good. So he's got Stealth Rocks and 1 layer of spikes. What I want to do, what I'm hoping to do probably through this match was try to get Mew in on a Blastoise and transform into it and Rapid Spin, but that doesn't happen. Spoiler alert. But let's go ahead and bring back in his Slacking. He's gonna go for the low kick, and it's gonna do quite a lot of damage still. Slacking still doing lots of damage as I go for the Volt Switch and do some damage to it. Not a lot. It's stab Volt Switch, does decent amount of damage, so I'm gonna Volt Switch out of there. I figured I'd go ahead and bring back in Dragonite, and I know that low kick's not really going to do much to me and all that stuff since Ferrothorn is gone. Also, I can just go for the Outrage, but I shouldn't have done that because that was a terrible idea to do that instead of just leaving my Dragonite in here to end up being revenge killed, which is terrible. But this is going to happen. This is going to come back to actually bite me in the ass because I kind of forget what his last Pokemon was. But Draco Meteor happens, and it's going to kind of demolish my Dragonite. So, Dragonite, bye-bye. So I figured he's going for that. He's going for Draco Meteor. I don't see any, you know, like recoil from Life Orb or anything, so I'm not sure what he is exactly. So I figured I can bring in Mew. If the off chance he's Scarfed, then I know I still have speed because Hydreigon's speed is 98 and Mew's is 100, so I can get a Thunder Wave off on him. And if he is choice in a way that, you know, it does cripple him a bit, but I was hoping maybe he'd miss, but you know, whatever. I can't really do anything else since I myself am Scarfed. And there's really no point in me tricking him to Scarf to make him probably the fastest thing on the field. So we're going to Wancho, and I'm like, Wancho, let's go. We can do this. We can take a Draco Meteor. This guy's pretty much set up fodder. Let's throw a Swords Dance up in the face and start fucking shit up. So that's what we're going to try and do. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Swords Dance, and I'm like, okay, do I go for the Superpower, or do I go for the Bug Bite? I was like, Bug Bite stab, and I think Bug Bite gets the Technician boost, I think. So I was like, okay, that with Life Orb and all that, it should take it out. But no, it doesn't, because Blastoise, you know, is bulky motherfucker, and then he goes for Roar, and I was like, fuck. But at least he roars me out into Mind Shout, which is okay, because I can probably hit him with... I don't want to go for High Jump Kick off the off chance that he has Protect, so don't really want to do that. So what I want to do is go for the Stone Edge. So I go for the Stone Edge, and I knock out the Blastoise, and he brings in Daruma, so I'm like, okay, what do I do? Alright, he's got Daruma, I can fodder something, but all I know that he has Daruma and Hydreigon left. and Hydreigon's paralyzed, and I have plenty of folks to take care of that, and I forget what his last Pokemon is, which is the E-vire, and then I sack my Mine Shell, which is probably the fastest thing on my fucking team, and that was terrible, terrible, terrible decision right there. I could have probably sacked this thing, or maybe brought in a Milotic to take on the Darmanitan, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Magnezone, Flash Cannon, just because, you know, it's the only move I really have to hit this thing, and you know, Thunder Wave's resisted and Power Fire's resisted. He's going to actually go for the U-turn. I'm going to live because, you know, U-turn, unstab, and he's like mixed attack, I guess, but he probably just has U-turn on it just for, you know, just to have it there, I guess. But and then in comes E-vire showing me his last, and I'm like, okay, what is this E-vire set? So his E-vire outspeeds Magnezone, I guess that's how it is. So I'm like, okay, he goes for Flamethrower, so he's specially based. So maybe he might be also choiced. But then I'm like, he's probably Expert Belt. So I'm going to bring in Milotic. Maybe I can live a Wild Charge. Maybe if I was more physically defensive instead of specially defensive. But, you know, Wild Charge is actually just going to decimate me. And this is like the rare chance that E-vire ever does any work. So, he's going to Wild Bolt me and take some recoil, but not take really a lot of recoil. So I'm going to bring in Wancho. My last chance is to go for the Bullet Punch, but Stealth Rocks and Spikes is going to do a considerable toll. And Bullet Punch with the Life Orb is going to end up actually taking myself out, and that's going to end up actually being the game. So that was a good game. Virus_E. He didn't give me a link to his channel or anything, but I don't even know if he has one or anything. But that was a good game. I hope you guys enjoyed this like quick little upload. It's like what, 6 minutes long or something, just 7 minutes. But you know, it's just a little, you know, sweet short. So that's it for that match. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Just random stuff. So I'll probably do another LP part maybe Tuesday night or whenever, but Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe Wednesday when my day off. But yeah, just so here's a video for you guys to watch and hold you over. So I will catch you Zebra Sexuals later. Cheers.